Nice big largemouth buffalo. Bigmouth buffalo.
We got ourselves a little wiper there. Got ourselves a little guy here. But he's another addition to the species list. Got ourselves a little bluegill. Like I said, everything's swimming around in here. Still catching everything on that fur-collared nymph, this time tied on a jig hook so that it's a little easier to keep the hook upright and keep him out of the rocks. Because this little patch I'm fishing here is only about a foot deep or so right there where I'm laying the fly in. And if I get it out and it drops off just a little bit as it comes out of that riffle there, and it's just right in that drop that I'm picking up the fish. But I got to keep the fly from getting hung up until it gets to that point. So having that fly riding hook point up on that jig hook comes in real handy. Not sure what I got here. When I set the hook on it, it jumped out of the water almost like a largemouth bass, but it's not really acting like one. Oh, little channel cat. Little channel cat, what do you know? Little baby channel cat, cute little guy. See if we can get a hold of him without him sticking me. There we go. Yeah. Nice little juvenile, still got all these spots on him and everything. Hooked right in the corner of the mouth with the nymph. Like I said, all kinds of different species, they just keep coming. And away he goes. Alright, I'm hung into another one here. I think this is another big buffalo. Because whatever he is, I'm not even sure I'm not even sure he knows he's hooked yet. Oh yeah. Big buffalo or big drum, one of the two. You can kind of see his tail there, and he's very much acting like he does not know he's hooked. Just kind of swimming around with my hook in his mouth. And a week from now, we may get this bad boy landed. Luckily, I got my net. There he... Oh, nope, he come loose. Come loose. Oh, well. That was a big drum, though. That wasn't a buffalo. Got that big fan tail. That big old drum. Okay, what... Oh, little drum. Little drum. Me and my drum. The sun's kind of come out. We went back to the nymph. Did something a little different with it this time. I'll show you that here in a second. Went back to the nymph, but the sun is kind of trying to come out on us, and I think that's going to hurt. The game a little. But what I did for a little extra visibility in this murky water is I went into another fur collar nymph, but this time it's got a little chartreuse rubber tail on him. And all I did there was just furled a piece of rubber leg material and tied it in instead of the regular tail on that fly, just to kind of give him a little more personality, a little more visibility in the murky water. I tried a larger fly in between the shimmer fringe and this, and they seemed to be wanting the littler bugs, so I stuck with this. But given how cloudy the water is, I thought maybe that chartreuse tail would give me a little bit extra visibility. Oh, there we go. There we go. That feels like he might be a little nicer too. Drum or a baby white bass. Not drum. These little guys we probably can catch all day. They're pretty little guys, though. If this is what we'd be looking at all day, I'd be happy with that. They're not bad little fish. They fight hard, they're pretty. kinda, in a dopey Labrador Retrieverish sort of way. Ooh. That almost sounds like more water coming through the tube. But a lot of times that's just a wave hitting the intake on the other side of the dam, so usually they'll blow a whistle if it's anything permanent. Oh, there we go. A little bigger drum. I was just getting ready to pick that up for the next cast and he grabbed hold of it. Yeah, he's a little bit nicer. Not big, but he's a little bit nicer. Yeah, come on, settle down. Long and skinny. Long and skinny. There we go. Smile. And back into water you go. Yes, now all of a sudden there is more water flowing through there, so maybe we will stick here. And now we got some current on this side, so maybe we will stick in here for a little while. Oh, there we go. There's a nicer fish. There's a nicer fish. Yeah, that little bit of current helped. Well, maybe not much bigger, but he's feistier. He slammed that puppy hard. Got him in a feeding mood, apparently. Oh yeah, he's bigger. Quite a bit bigger. Still got that fly right in the corner of the mouth. I love these guys for that. Got it in there twice, though. There we go. Nice fish. Pretty good size. Love that big paddle tail. That's where all the power comes from. They get that thing working and they can really kind of put the pull on you. He looks like he got a little damage on his forehead there. Maybe he's been snagged once before. Oh well, either way, let's get him back in the water. Let's see if we can get something else. Alright, I think I'm going to go over there and work in that seam over there. That's where we originally started. It looks a little different now, but that's where we originally started. But first, in order to go there, now that the water started running and we can't just walk across, we've got this. So I'm going to need both hands and both feet to get up that, so I'll see you on the other side. Got something going here with a little more size to him. I think it's probably just another drum. It is, but it's not a bad drum. Lost the indicator. Moved up into the main pool up above that current channel. And started getting into a few... Oh wait, no, maybe that's not a drum. Maybe it's white bass. That is, it's white bass. There we go. Yeah, nice white bass. But anyway, moved up into this main pool. One thing that happened when the water came up is that it got muddy. The water coming through that dam right now is super, super dark. Kind of chocolate milk, and so I'm having to put a fly just right smack in front of their faces to get them to eat it. These little guys are cooperating, so they're staying kind of fun. But get him back in the water. And get back there and see if we can get another one. But again, sun's kind of bright. Don't know how much longer we got. I keep saying how bright the sun is. Keep saying how bright the sun is, and then it goes behind the clouds, and when it does that, I catch a couple more fish, so I decide to stay a little longer. Then the sun comes out, and I say, oh, that's it, I might be done. One more cast. And by the time I'm done with my one more cast, the sun's gone behind the clouds again, and I'm picking up another fish or two here and there. So, there you go. Just means don't give up. Keep fishing till you can't fish no more. Even in this muddy water, sooner or later you're gonna bring one across somebody's nose and they're gonna eat it. I really ought to switch up to a bigger fly that might be a little easier to see, but the fish in here generally, as a rule, don't seem to be too interested in the bigger flies. Even the bigger fish, as you saw earlier. So I tend to stay with the smaller flies and just go to darker, solider colors that might be a little easier for them to pick up in the stained water. Of course, the camera was off, but a little nicer crappie. Did switch up to a bigger fly. Something just a little bit bigger, same color scheme and everything, but a little bit bigger so the fish could maybe see it in the murk a little better. Seems to have paid off at least once. We'll get him in the water and see what else it does, and I'll leave the camera on this time and see if we can get some more. Okay, not sure what we got here, but he's kicking up a fuss. Definitely not a bluegill. At the same time, he's not fighting huge hard, so I'm not sure exactly what he is. Oh, bigger drum. Nice drum. Might be a netter. Yep. At least on this rod, he's a netter. We've got to kind of think about that with the bamboo. Can't put too much pressure on him. Don't want the bamboo to take a set. Definitely don't want it to break. Come on, Bubba. Come on in. A little more line in on him. If I can get him to come in front of the net here. There we go. All right. Get him sorted out here. Nice sized drum. Pretty drum. Nice and healthy too. Where is my fly? Oh, right there on the corner. Right there on the corner of the mouth where we want it to be. Perfect. Nice big drum. Give kind of an idea the size. We'll get the rod in here in the picture. Yeah, pretty decent. Really nice for a fly rod drum and a bamboo drum at that. We'll get him back in the water and let him swim on his way. Well guys, I think that's about it for this episode. Had a good morning, caught a lot of fish, got the bamboo out, got some big fish on the bamboo. Proved that small flies don't necessarily keep you from catching big fish. That buffalo earlier took one heck of a small little fly for that size of fish. And, you know, just a good way to get rid of a morning on a nice little piece of water. They got the water moving a little this later on in the morning. I wish they'd have had it doing that at the beginning. I think the fishing would have been even better yet. But nonetheless, can't complain. So, until next time, tight lines. We'll see you in the next one.